we're going to explore the emotional landmines of recovery and how to walk through them with strength, awareness, and faith. Let's start with the most basic but powerful question. What is a trigger? A trigger can be almost anything in recovery. A person, a place, a smell, a song, a memory, anything that sets off an emotional or physiological reaction. It's like a match hitting gasoline, often without warning. And for those of us in recovery, that reaction can be strong enough to lead us back into old habits or dark places that we've worked so hard to leave behind. But here's the truth that most of us miss. Triggers are not random. They're deeply connected to our past pain, our unmet needs, and our unresolved traumas. For example, maybe you were abandoned as a child, and now when someone doesn't text back, your chest tightens and your mind spirals into worst-case scenarios. That emotional flashback, that's a trigger. Your brain is reacting to something from your past as if it's happening to you in the present moment. The tricky thing is that most of us respond to triggers with autopilot behaviors, things we've done for years to try to soothe ourselves. Maybe it's reaching for a drink. Maybe it's lashing out. Maybe it's isolation, scrolling through your phone, or just going numb. We often don't realize that these reactions are our nervous system trying to protect us, even if the protection comes at a cost. But there is good news. You are not powerless over your triggers. In fact, becoming aware of your triggers is one of the most powerful steps in recovery. Awareness gives you a choice. When you can name your trigger, you can pause, you can breathe, and you can respond as opposed to react. And even better than that, triggers can actually become teachers. They show us where we still need healing, where we're still carrying pain, and where we need to invite God. 2 Corinthians chapter 12, verse 9 says, "My grace is sufficient for you, for my power is made perfect in weakness." So that means if you're feeling weak when that old wound flares up, just remember, that moment is holy ground, sacred for you. Not because you're broken, but because you're being made whole. This week, I want to invite you to do something simple but powerful. Start paying attention. Notice what makes you feel flooded, anxious, angry, unsafe. Ask yourself, where is this reaction really coming from? And instead of shame, meet yourself with compassion, because you're not crazy. You're not weak. You're just healing. This is just the beginning, and I'm proud of you for doing the work. Next time on the Recovery Couch, we're talking about loneliness and why isolation can be one of the most dangerous triggers in recovery. Until then, please remember, you're not alone on the couch. You're surrounded by a community that gets it and a God who's not afraid of your mess. This episode of the Recovery Couch is brought to you by Greg Swartz at Remax Victory and Affiliates. Whether you're buying or selling your home, Greg brings heart, hustle, and honesty to every deal. Call Greg at 937-477-8975 today.